You know the way you might see somebody and you can't remember their name. It's on the tip of your tongue. You know them so well, and yet you just can't remember their name. And maybe a minute later, you're gone off down the road, and next thing the name pops into your head like that. What's all of that about? Where was that information? Where was that person's name in your head, and how come you couldn't access it? Because you can be sure in that circumstance that you didn't learn the person's name or didn't require new information. You might already had the information, but you didn't have access to it at that moment in time. And what I was thinking, and I was thinking this in a dream, because the other morning I got a text message. It woke me up. I kind of glanced at the phone, went back to sleep, and I didn't go into a deep sleep, and therefore I had a lucid dream. And in the lucid dream, I was standing at a sink in a house that I used to be in years ago, and I realised that the sink was on the wrong wall. So I knew, for example, it was on that wall. In the dream, it's on this wall. I'm in front of it. And I'm wringing out this particular sweater. Now, I'm able to analyse and know the significance of everything, and I could have got caught up in why is the sink on the wrong side of the room? Why am I wringing out this sweater that was wet? And I know all of that information, but that's not what I want to go into here. What I thought was, if I mentioned a particular song, say from the 1980s, 1990s, you might be familiar with the song, but if I ask you to sing the lyrics to it, you mightn't be able to remember it. And yet if that song came on the radio or you heard it instantaneously, you'd be able to sing the lyrics. And again, where was that information when you needed it? And where did it come from? So in the dream, I think of a particular song and I cannot remember the lyrics. And then in the same dream, in the same moment, I allow the song to play. I play the song in the dream. It's like switching on a radio, and I hear the song, and instantaneously I know the lyrics. And what I did in that moment was I accessed where was I feeling that in my head, a physical feeling. You know the way we talk about, it's something in the back of your head. Put it out of your awareness, and we tend to think of consciousness with the front part of our head, the frontal lobe. So, and I sensed that this information was down here at the back of my head, down the left of my head. And I thought, if I can, when I need to access any information, if I can physically or mentally put my awareness in that part of my head, I should be able to access the information. So I was doing this again and again, and then my phone rings and I wake up and I had to stop the experiment. But I put this to great use, especially with dreams. When you can't remember a dream, you know you've had one, and you kind of, where is that dream gone? And I realised that if I put my awareness to the back of my head, imagine that I could, I can connect with that dream. Try this experiment to yourself. We've got a left lobe and we've got a right lobe in our brain. So we've got effectively two brains that are joined together by a bridge in the middle. And your awareness can be in either one of them. I've written about this in my book, The Definitive Book of Dreams. Try this. Imagine that you're totally present, say, in just one half of your face, in this half. And it feels a certain way. And then come into this other side. Certainly for me, I note a distinct difference between the two hemispheres of my brain. The left one is analytical, it's logical, it deals with facts, figures, numbers. The right one is more dreamy, more imaginative, more creative. And I suppose true genius, or accessing your true intelligence, is using both halves simultaneously. That's me for today. I'm Paul Gill. I'll talk to you soon.